My father was of the Muslim faith. He would say, if you commit suicide, you are granted neither your life nor your death. Here I am, a phantom, living out the actions of my life over and over again, just as my actions will be repeated in life over and over again. My name is Jamil Garbi. You know me, I think. I killed 14 feminists at l'École Polytechnique de l'Université de Montréal on Wednesday, December 6, 1989. So, you all want to know why I did this. Well, I'm going to explain it to you, but I don't want there to be any error, because there's already been so much explanation given for why I did this. Because of the influence of violence in society and television on my life. Because my father was beating me. Because he was Muslim. Because I am crazy. Although I consider myself a rational erudite who only with the arrival of the Grim Reaper has been forced into extreme acts. But maybe a bit of all of this is true. Maybe, also, I had good reason for doing what I did. You, in particular, want an explanation. You want to see me crucified. Forget my name. Remember only what I did to those poor feminists who were betrayed on that day. Don't worry. We'll have a national day of remembrance and action on the violence that men do against women. We'll call it Women's Remembrance Day. Maybe that's the easiest way for you to go. You don't want to give me the chance to present myself as a sympathetic character. As a human being. If you don't want to listen to this, you don't have to. I don't have my Storm Luger. I can't shoot you even if I may want to. So if you want to go, go. I'm waiting. I'm going to begin. So we moved out of Pierrepont to the wonderful town of Cartierville. I don't know if you know Cartierville, but it is pretty boring. So there we were again. Me, my mother, my sister, now living in a small apartment at the end of the Cartierville runway airport from fuck, I can't even say the stupid English name. Marlborough Court. I needed a strategy for survival in these new circumstances. And Jean was back in Pierrefonds. He probably didn't care that I was gone. He had his girlfriend. So I got my first computer. An old Houston Instruments. I had my books, my war films, my new strategy. I became a recluse. Anyway, I was going to be starting Cégep soon. You see, in Quebec, after you finish grade 11, you do 2 years of Cégep, which is sort of like a pre-university school with specialized courses. It really is an amazing system. I don't know why they keep moving us around. Anyway, I was going into pure and applied science, which is what you take when you want to be an engineer. And I was looking forward to Cégep because maybe I was going to like my classes, maybe meet some new friends, maybe meet some girls. I was optimistic. I was registered at Cégep du Saint-Laurent. And within my first week, I realized that Cégeps are a joke. It's exactly like high school. Everyone's just stuck in these stupid cliques. You've got the sports clique and the role-playing game clique and the born-again Christian clique. Fuck, my mother would love it if I joined that one. Now these professors don't give a shit. They just make you write everything down so you can regurgitate it on a test after because the government says so. And all these girls are so typical. In my first semester, I lose interest, and I failed 2 courses. In my next term, I decided to do a little experiment. I like experiments. I decided to try even less hard. And you know what? I do even better. Cégeps are farce. I think to myself, it has nothing for me. Oh, but then something happened which I will never forget. It was the 8th of May, 1984, and this guy named Corporal Denis Lortie left an audio cassette at a Quebec City radio station. And on it had the label, The Life of a Man. And on it he stated his intentions. And he said that no one was going to be able to stop him, not the police, not the army. That he was going to carry out destruction and then destroy himself, and it was going to be a first for Canada. And then you know what he did? He took a 9mm Starling submachine gun, and he walked into the National Assembly of Quebec, and he opened fire. He was shooting at all the bureaucrats who were running everywhere. He killed 3 and injured 13 more. He was sitting in the speaker's chair in his military fatigues, and the cameras were rolling. It was incroyable. And the media reaction, fou tueur, mad killer. And everyone was so surprised that something like this could happen in Canada. Me? I understood everything. It didn't derange me at all. Here was a guy who recognized that we were all stuck in an oppressive system, and so he decided to take some action. Maybe to open the eyes of the government of hypocrisy. The only problem was this veteran soldier who was working at the assembly. He walked right up to Lortie to talk to him, soldier to soldier, and Lortie, he made a mistake. He opened up. After about 4 hours and a half, he capitulated and he gave the guy his gun. He went to prison. He's out of prison now. A good idea, Denis, but you didn't have the conviction to do what you said you were going to do. In my eyes, you failed in your mission. But I was not going to fail. I was inspired by Lortie not conforming to the system. So when I found out that the biggest and best engineering school in Canada was right here, and it was French, La Polytechnique, I became so determined to get accepted there. It became for me my mecca. Oh, my father would love that. When you're driving in from the north of the tower of the Université de Montréal, that and the oratory. I remember it was a hot September day when I decided to make my first pilgrimage to the tower, into the Université de Montréal. And I guess I was sharing my mother's delusions about Jesus because I also decided to visit the oratory for the first time. There I was, at the base of all these steps leading up to this great building of God. And over the middle staircase was a sign that said, "Stairs reserved for pilgrims climbing on their knees." Oh, fuck. My mother, she would love that. Me, I'm not interested in making this climb. Instead, I walk over to the Université de Montréal campus. Hey guys, let me tell you, I know you've heard about the girls from Montréal. On a hot September day, if you want to see the best girls, go to the Université de Montréal. The best looking girls I've never seen. And surrounded by all of this beauty, I made my way all the way up the hill. And then I saw it. La Poly. And when I got to the very top, I turned around. And with this great institution behind me, and the tower to my left, I looked out over all the north of Montréal. And the world was mine. I just had to take it. And then I went inside. And there were all these guys studying to work with computers and electronics, and I mean, there were some girls too, but they were probably just secretaries. And I decided that I needed something to commemorate this special day. So I went to the co-op store, and I bought for myself a pen. And on it said, La Poly. I would keep this pen to write a very special letter. And I was now so determined to go to La Polytechnique that I made my application, even though I had already abandoned 2 of my obligatory courses, like chemistry. I don't like chemistry. It has nothing to do with what I want to study. Because I thought that the best school in Canada would be able to discern that I was something special. That an erudite merits attention even if he does not conform to the system. I was rejected from La Polytechnique. Hey guys, of course you have to conform to the system. After that I dropped off.